Hello there, YouTube. For my first video on this channel, I thought I'd start off by addressing some of the recent criticisms for Bleach. And since I'm going to be talking about the manga here, which is, as always, ahead of the anime, for any of you anime-only people, spoiler alert. Now, the last arc of Bleach received a lot of criticism for a multitude of reasons. The first one was, everybody seems to think that because Aizen was defeated, it should have ended, and that it was all over with. Which, on one hand, is fair enough, but on the other hand, there was too much left over for there to be a conclusion at that point. To begin with, Aizen was merely captured. He wasn't killed, so he still poses a threat. Putting that aside, there was way too many unanswered questions to the series, like, where did Chad and Orihime get their powers from? They obviously weren't Soul Reapers or Hollows. How did their powers just manifest from nothingness? I mean, sure, there was the whole thing with the Hogokyu, but their powers had to have been there in the first place for the Hogokyu to have been able to manifest them, so that couldn't have been all there was to it. There's lots of little things unanswered, of course, like what all the different characters' Bankais actually look like, since there's several captains who we haven't seen Bankais for yet, including Shunsui, whose Bankai is a little curious, seeing as Ukitake doesn't want him to show it. Makes you kind of wonder why. Probably just an excuse thrown out there by the editor to not show it yet, but who knows, maybe it's something embarrassing. But there's also, more importantly, why Urahara and Aizen were both referring to the Soul King as an it. Why they were referring to him as a thing rather than as a person, and why is it that they were both so disgusted with the Soul King's existence, although Urahara's obviously decided to stick by the whole Soul King's side because he thinks there's some purpose to his existence that they can't get by without. So really, the series couldn't have ended with Aizen's defeat. There was way too much left over. Of course, there's also why did Ichigo even bother using the final Getsuga Tensho, seeing as he was smacking Aizen around so easily without it. Now, as for the Fullbring arc, I can't entirely defend it too much, but at least it gave us an explanation and closure as to where Chad's powers came from, why he was able to do the things he did, and why it was that when they were in Waco Mundo, he felt more at home, in his own words. So we finally so there's one question answered, even if the rest of the arc could be considered a waste. At least we finally got an answer to what Chad's powers are. And of course we still need an answer to what Orihime's powers are. They may end up just being another version of a Fullbring, but I have a feeling not. And yeah, I guess the rest of the Fullbring arc was kind of a waste. In this next chapter, I do hope we get to see Squad Zero finally, as well as the Soul King. But just to end, when it comes to the new arc, as we've only seen, well, we've seen the faces of 3 characters now, although 2 of them were just killed by the enemy leader. So really, we've only seen one of their faces, but when it comes to his face, I would like to point something out that I found a little interesting. Now, maybe it's just me, but that guy looks a whole lot like that guy.